Hey there guys, the PC Guy here, and it's been exactly a year now that I started this channel, so I wanted to do a bit of a episode today about how it's been going with the channel, what have we been doing for the past year, as well as plans for the future, and what I hope to achieve in the next year of this channel's runtime. So if you are not interested in that at all, then feel free to skip it. If you are interested in seeing what I hope to achieve, what I hope to work on the next year, and that sort of thing, and how I think that it has been going the past few years, both my opinion and the data of the channel and how, watch time, that sort of stuff, then feel free to stick along and I'll try not to ramble on for too long. When I started the channel like a year ago, I was very keen on taking the channel in a specific direction. As you might have noticed, the first few videos that I did were about my PC desk build. It's been running for like a year and a couple of months now, which it's been running with no issues. There's definitely improvements to be made on the next version, but I will come back to that in a sec. However, as you can imagine, as you can see if you've been following the channel, it has not really panned out that well, and that comes down to basically two reasons. And I'll try not to make this a very complainy video about the things that limit me and whatnot. But the plan was we were about to move houses, and the plan was to actually move into a place where I could have a workspace, where I could work on modding and specifically PC desks. It's something that has always interested me a lot. That did not really pan out very well because of the way the rental house system works in the Netherlands. We got assigned basically a house that was a new house. It was built from the ground up and we got it, which is in theory great. In practice, we could not really preview it to see if it was something that would please us or not, and we ended up being kind of scammed a little bit. And the yard space that I thought I would have to build a workspace on, it turned out to be less than half of what was promised, and that way it's very, very difficult to build a workspace there. I'm still planning to do it, however, it is very limiting and it's something that was going to take a little bit more time than I anticipated, and I cannot give you a time frame of when I will be going back into the modding scene. Still intend to do it, still want to do it. Cannot really promise that it will be anytime soon, however. As far as the desk build goes, I do fully intend on doing a second version of my own desk. I want to do it. I have a lot of improvements in mind. I'll make a video about it in the future in case you guys are interested. But in any case, I want to make it a bit more elegant, a bit better looking, more water cooling friendly, definitely, and more maintenance friendly as well because it's very difficult in my current desk to switch out parts, run a new cable. That's something that's very difficult, and I do have ideas in mind for the next design to make it a lot more user friendly and a lot more maintenance friendly as well. But like I said, I am not quite sure when it will be going to happen. In the meantime, as you have seen in the past few months, I have been trying my best to do also as much tech reviewing as I can, be it graphics cards, headsets, that sort of thing, which is also very limiting because as a tech channel, I don't have a lot of backing from sponsors, from companies sending review samples, so whatever I can review is things that I buy for myself. So that is also a bit on the lower side. Does not stop me from trying, and I still put up as much reviews as I can. Otherwise, there is a whole lot of commentary and tech news, which is what I can do without actually having hands-on hardware to work with. That's fine. Hope you guys do not get super bored of it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah, like I said, it is a bit limiting, and it is a bit sometimes frustrating when big tech releases come around, like the Zen 2 architecture and that sort of stuff, and you cannot really cover it in any way, shape, or form. But hopefully that's something that will happen in the future of the channel, the whole covering more recent things and trying to stay on top as far as giving you guys hands-on opinion goes and actually data to back up my opinion. When I started out the channel, I was running with a very old headset. It's probably a 5-6 year old headset if I am going to take a gamble. So the sound quality was a bit iffy. It was a wired headset with a damaged wire, so there were sound spikes. I did not pay a lot of attention to the sound levels back at the start. And the webcam was also left a lot to be desired. I believe it was not even 1080p, I think. Now I have a little bit better webcam. I still plan to get a standalone actually camera to be able to film things when my PC is off, like when I'm working on the desk, either maintenance or upgrading or whatever, or when I'm working in the future on tech projects. That would be very handy. However, it's just not been in the cards yet because of the whole house moving thing, the whole planning to build a workspace. It all, as sad as it might sound, it's all about the money, and cannot invest in everything in one go. So yeah, a camera has been off the cards for now, as has been a standalone microphone that I could use with a bit better sound quality than this, and then you wouldn't have to see me with my headset on all the time. Something in the cards for the future as well. Cannot give you really a time frame. We'll have to see what the possibilities are, because as you can imagine, and once again, this is a fully amateur tech channel. There's no sponsors, there's no paid ads, and there's no AdSense as well, because I am far below the 1,000 subscriber count. But the watch time has been going reasonably well for the size of the channel, which is nice, even if, not enough to actually support the channel. Not by any way, shape, or form. The channel has zero income right now, and it's all my own investment. I've tried to do my best as far as consistency goes. 1 year later, we're at 160 videos right now. Well, probably slightly a little bit less, because I have a few videos that I thought were not good enough to actually upload, but in any case, we are at 157 videos as of this point, with another 3 coming each week. I try to do 3 a week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Saturday is a fixed episode of weekly news. The other 2 videos per week, I try to do at least one tech-based video a week, and I try to fill with gaming videos, either game reviews, WoW related content, because I play World of Warcraft mostly as my main most played game. So that's what I try to do. So that's why you see a lot of WoW content. I would personally prefer to have purely tech content with just very now and again some gaming, but that's not in the cards right now with the possibilities that I have right now in terms of tech hardware. In the spirit of being completely open with you guys, I'll let you guys check my watch time, my views. As you can see, a lot of videos are doing okay-ish. For a small channel, it's not horrible at all. My like to dislike ratio is pretty decent, so the people that do watch my videos seem to enjoy it somewhat. And a few videos have gotten extremely popular. Some of them I really happy about, like this Aura Sync. It seems to have helped a lot of people. I really love that, and I hope to find other interesting videos like this that can actually help people with their problems and hopefully be as successful as this one has been. Other videos like the Afterburner OC Scanner review and, well, usage tutorial kind of has gotten a lot of attention. However, the video quality is not great, and I wish I would have done better, and maybe this video would be doing even better if I had done a better job the first time around. I plan to do an improved version of it, a bit better runtime, because this is very long and drawn out, better audio quality, and a bit more clear explanation of the things. That's also in the cards for the near future. I don't like to relaunch content, but I do believe in improving the content that you have to make better videos out of it, so that you guys also have a better experience. I also have other videos that I am really proud of, and they're really didn't really do amazing. I did, for example, a 1660 Ti review from the video card that I got my wife back then, and, well, it's kind of disappointing. I put a lot of effort into benchmarking it and all that sort of thing. However, as you can see, yeah, 61 views. How much overclocking performance you gain, 35 views. So yeah, those were videos that I put somewhat of some effort in, a lot of benchmarking, a lot of keeping numbers, a lot of testing, and didn't really hit it off. It's very difficult to compete with other very big established tech channels. They have their credibility built, they have their follower base, their subscribers that get their notifications, and if someone is going to be looking for a review or benchmarks for a specific hardware piece, obviously they are going to be going to the one with a few million subscribers and not to the guy with barely 300. So that is understandable. Sucks on my side, because there is a lot of work put up on these videos and they didn't really do, hit it off. And then there's other videos that I am not super proud of. I uploaded them because at the time they looked great or looked fine to me, but they did better, and however, they don't really do much to actually keep the people watching other videos in the channel, because they're not a very good first impression if it's a video that you land on when you find me. So sadly, that's how it goes, and I will be trying to improve on those past videos, like I said, in the future. In general, looking back, I think start looking at my first videos, comparing to my videos now, maybe not this one, but most of them, I think that there is an improvement in quality. There is improvement in me going off topic and going on a tangent and just talking for 20 minutes about something that no one cares about. I try to be more concise, provide better and more condensed information so that the videos will be shorter. You guys are not investing a lot of your time in a video that only has like 10 minutes of information while the runtime is 20 minutes. So I think that is going better. Something that I really still need to improve on is B-roll. There's a lot of me just talking on the screen. That's not very interesting as far as cinematography goes. You guys probably would like some more B-roll. That is, images of things, videos of, examples of the hardware running, PC footage. You name it. There could be a whole lot more of that. I need to build myself a little library of B-roll basically, but that's also something difficult without a camera. So that's again planned for the future. Will work in progress, and I hope to improve on that as time goes by. If you're interested in knowing how the channel has been going as far as watch time goes, there's a lot of ups and downs. There's a few very big spikes here when I released videos that did very well. However, yeah, it's inconsistent, but the trend is definitely up. So I am happy with my growth, really. I cannot say I'm disappointed. The channel is steadily growing, slowly but steadily, which is good. However, would like it to be more. We always like it to be more when you're doing something like this. You want people to watch your stuff. You want to see some actual growth, some result for your work and for your time invested. Time investment is also something that I have difficulties with, being working a full-time job next to, moving houses, running the house, getting the house up to speed, hanging stuff on the walls, that sort of thing. As well as the normal household chores like shopping, dishes, cooking. That all comes in the way, and that does not always leave a whole lot of time for a subject that requires sometimes extensive research on to do a video. I've talked a lot about how it's been going in the past few years and how the channel goes. Now it's time to talk a bit what I hope to achieve in the future and what I hope to focus on and what direction the channel I want to take. The modding scene, like I said, still in the cards. I definitely want to get more involved on that. However, I'll have to overcome the limitations that I mentioned earlier. The review scene, I hope to be able to review some of the next generation of graphics cards, a higher end one like 3080 Ti or 3900X or whatever they will call it. I hope to be able to get my hands on one of those and be able to review it. It won't be a day one review, but it is relevant review, I would say. People look a lot at the highest end enthusiast stuff, so I hope that will bring some light on the channel and bring some new people in, as long as I do a good job of it, obviously. Still no idea when that's going to go, because those cards are not announced, and I'll be getting one as a personal upgrade, most likely, because I'm still running on a 960, unless I steal the wife's 6060 Ti for some testing, but I'm still running on a 960 as a daily driver, so it will definitely be a long overdue update. In the case, that is one of the plans. I also hope to, like I say, in the future, upgrade the desk, and I really want to focus on the points that I have pointed out: B-roll, improve the editing, improve the recording and audio quality, maybe some background light to help with the lighting, because it's really not ideal. As you might see, I have a window right here on this side, then I have the light source there right behind me. Needs to be worked on. It's difficult to get the light right for my videos right now. I have had a suggestion of having a light behind my screen shining on me, which is something that I'm trying to work on right now. You might see a little bit of it right here. So, but it's very flimsy. It's literally a table lamp with some paper in front of the lamp to make it, diffuse a little bit. That's just about it. It's a very DIY kind of thing. Something that I really want to get involved in as a way to fund the channel and be able to invest a little bit more is on custom PC building. I live in a small town in a place where there's not a whole lot of other big cities around, so the tech scene is actually quite limited here. Doesn't mean that there's no people, no gamers, no tech enthusiasts around. But as far as stores and that sort of thing, there's not a whole lot of services offered. So I am hoping to try to, on an unofficial manner, an independent manner, to next to my job, obviously, I'll still keep my job, to build custom PCs for people. I have looked at some of the offerings on the bigger tech sites around here, and PCs that they are offering for 1900, I would be able to just ordering the parts independently, building it myself. I would be able to build it myself for 300 euros or something cheaper. Actually, there's a video of that up if you would like to check it out. So I would be able to do that, make a small profit, a small margin on that, and then invest it on the channel and still sell them cheaper than those sites would, with the added bonus of being able to customize it to the people's needs. That's something I hope to be able to get involved on. As always, I have a very difficult time advertising. It's one of the reasons the channel isn't growing super fast because I just don't know how to advertise. I keep asking you guys, share the video, share the channel with people you might think might be interesting because I myself find it very difficult. I've tried to post the videos on Facebook, Reddit, that sort of thing. However, I find it like I'm very invading people's space, almost like putting the video in their face, here, go watch me. And I don't have the guile, let's say, to do it in a sneaky manner and just slip the link in there. I really don't know how to do it. I'm very bad at that, and that's why I am kind of hesitant. Like, how am I even going to go around this? Just posting ads on regional websites or something? It's a bit tricky. Also, I have to look into how that would work, in terms of taxes and income, in terms of do I need to register myself as an independent company or something. That's a lot of those complications that are a bit holding me back from starting it, but I really do want to start that sometime in the future. Again, no time frame. It's all very vague right now. Another topic I want to touch on is water cooling. I would love to water cool my stuff. Again, that is very dependent on the desk I will build. I have had, however, urges. This sounds bad. I've had urges sometimes to just sell my desk, get a normal table, and get a nice good case because it does make it a lot easier to do anything that you want to do. For example, I have been looking at right now at adding some LED strips along the inner edge of my case. However, that case, it's a very complicated business because I would need around 3 meters of LED to go around the perimeter, and obviously that's a lot more than an RGB header supports. I can use a controller to take care of the amperage limitations of the power draw of the LEDs. So the controller is SATA powered, no issues there. Then you have the motherboard telling you that the controller only supports 120 LEDs, which is also too little for such a long strip. So I am currently looking at the possibilities on that. Does it still work if it's rolling on parallel or not? It's tricky. I'm not gonna lie. It's difficult to build on a desk like this and to mod on a desk like this because of all those non-standard situations. But it's something that I really want to focus on. And once you actually learn it, you know it, and it's going to be easier the next time. It's also something that I would like to do sometime in the future, building custom desks for people with a small margin on the side for funding the channel. Again, that's limited by not having a workspace, that's limited by all the other things. It's all dreams. I like to think that in the future I would be able to, via the modding scene, via the review and things, be able to work in IT, not necessarily as a full-on time YouTuber, but being able to have a portfolio of modding of projects, like, hey, I can really do this, and be able to make it into some sort of tech hardware company and be able to work there. It's, a far-fetched dream and hope because I don't have formal experience and or education on the matter. However, at the PC hardware store, you don't necessarily need to have that. If you are an independent builder, you don't necessarily need to have that as long as you know what you're doing and your customers are satisfied. And after that, it's word of mouth. But then again, like I said, I am planning on trying my hand at that. We'll see how that goes, and anything that I can make extra from that is going straight straight onto the channel to help it grow, get a bit better hardware, like the light, camera, microphone, all that stuff needs to be a bit more professional, as well as the workspace that I mentioned. All in all, I would like to thank you guys for sticking with me for the past year, if you're one of the regular viewers. If not, if you watch this video and, well, if you watch this video and not a regular viewer, you're probably not interested in the channel, and you're probably not going to watch it till the end anyway, so you might not read this or hear this. Take a look at our videos, see if there's something that you like, and see, most important of all, if you would like to see a channel like this grow, if you would like to see a channel in this note go a bit more. My dream for the channel is to give you guys the feeling that you're sitting with some friend talking about PCs, having a few beers in the process or something like that. I maybe need to work on my posture a little bit more to give that impression, and try to be a bit less formal, try to sound less geeky. I don't know. Anyway, I do need to improve on my presentation as well. I do know that. But that's the hope that I have for the channel in the future, to be a bit more informal, a bit more friendly, and to give you guys a nice entertaining feeling as well when you're watching it. So if you believe in that vision for the channel, feel free to subscribe if you are not already. Share our channel. You know, link it to a few friends, maybe they'll like it. Show a few videos to some people that might find them interesting. That sort of thing, it all helps us grow. Post it on your social medias, that sort of thing. That's something that I would appreciate a lot, because like I said, I am horrible at advertising, so I would pretty much really appreciate any help on that matter. Not asking anyone for donations, not asking anyone for money or for Patreon. I do have a Patreon, but I don't maintain it because I had 0 people on Patreon, and I don't feel like it's really worth it right now. It's not fair of me to ask you guys to support me on Patreon when my content quality is what it is. So that it exists, but it's on hold. So unless you really want to support it, don't bother. Otherwise, the best way you have of supporting the channel is, like I said, trying to help with the advertising a little bit. And I do have affiliate links on relevant videos that if you are buying stuff on Amazon, you can use. Does not come out of your pocket, it comes out of Amazon's end. So, you know, it's free for you anyway if you want to do that and help the channel that way. The income from that has also been 0 so far, mind you, so full disclosure, not like that's making me rich. In any case, thanks for sticking with me for the year, like I said. Hope to see you guys still in the future, and I hope to see the channel run for a long while. As long as I'm having fun, and as long as the channel keeps growing, even if slowly, I will keep doing it. It does take a lot of my time. I have not a whole lot of free time, as you can imagine, but I don't regret it, and as long as I don't regret the free time that I put into this channel, I'll be keeping to it, and I'll be working my best to still improve and give you guys the best content that I can. As far as concrete goals for the next year, there's all the vague goals I mentioned, but the concrete goals that I have for next year are being able to monetize the channel. Sounds greedy, I know, but it's not so much to line my pockets, it's to be able to afford all the things that I mentioned to you guys: light, mic, camera, workspace, hardware to review. A bench station would be nice with proper hardware on it, so I don't have to constantly take apart my desk. All the hopes for the future. I don't expect to achieve all of the things I mentioned in the next year, but I do hope to achieve some of them. So with your help in trying to help the channel grow, hopefully I'll achieve more of that than I am thinking I will. So thank you guys for having me. I'll see you in the next video, and I hope to see you guys for years to come. Have fun.